Ladies and gentlemen, for quite some time now I've been very happy to recognise the efforts of Letitia when it comes to this very issue. But can I particularly recognise the Deputy Mayor of Alice Springs from the Red Centre, of course, Jacinta Price, and we do have a connection in that one of my beautiful nieces was a great friend of Jacinta's, and they worked together in that area. And it wasn't long ago that Jacinta was here in town, and I well remember she recognised me, and then of course we had breakfast, four of us had breakfast a day or so later, and some of the things that Jacinta told me were absolute words of wisdom. And I won't go too deeply into it, but ladies and gentlemen, you've chosen an outstanding guest speaker in Jacinta. So ladies and gentlemen, we in Toowoomba live in a very special area. And of course, I was just this morning talking to one of my mayoral colleagues. We do 6 o'clock calls. And the community of Warwick has become a refugee welcome zone. And he rang me to see what the implications were of that. And we talked about the compassion, the love and the respect there is in our communities, and how much we ought to be thankful that we live in this place. And he's from Warwick, of course, and they are becoming a refugee welcome zone, and he was just talking to me about it. But ladies and gentlemen, for someone like Letitia to stand up and to do what she's doing, for those of us councillors who are here today, somebody will no doubt say, oh, what the hell were you doing there? That's stupid, and it's not worth doing. And I notice from time to time on Facebook, I cop a bit. But somebody must make the stand, ladies and gentlemen, because if there is something that is wrong in this community, it's the advent of porn and the availability of porn to young people. Letitia, of course, is heading off on a 2,200 kilometre bike ride from Darwin to Broome. But ladies and gentlemen, Letitia is attempting to raise $200,000 to publish 30,000 copies of her book on how to talk to your kids about pornography. You know, the thing that you saw on the screen there a moment ago, ladies and gentlemen, has highlighted many of the points that I was intending to make, so I won't go too back towards it. But this community we live in, for a very good reason, has a motto: rich traditions and bold ambitions. Toowoomba has always been a place of opportunity, and in recent times we've seen many refugees come to this country and to this area and to make a brand new start. And they're no different to the pioneers who came here, who I descended from and you descended from. People who came to a land of opportunity. But you know, the most valuable commodity we have are our young people. The young people who are being brought up today, the young people who will be the leaders of the future. They're the ones we must nurture. And we must give them a good understanding of exactly what good life is all about. And I guess when it comes to the male-female relationship, the most precious thing in life is that complementary working together thing, because males and females in the right situation have the perfect relationship together when they work on that. And they've got God's given gift of having children. And how beautiful is that? So ladies and gentlemen, underpinning the issues that I see in this community, the issues that we need to address, is certainly number one to me is parenting. It's an absolutely critical issue. And when I go around, and many of you who follow me on Facebook will know that I'm slightly in love with my granddaughters. They're beautiful and we do some wonderful things together. We spent a beautiful Sunday, last Sunday, looking at going around the family graves and putting flowers from our beautiful garden on that. But those young people will be leaders of the future. Those young people are loved and they're cared for. Yet I go somewhere and I see young people who are neglected. You see young people on the street fighting. There's been videos around lately. There's been publicity about it. That is parenting. That's parenting in the wrong way. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to make sure that people understand that a proper relationship between a male and a female has so many beautiful aspects to it, so many God-given aspects to it. And I think we should never, ever forget that. There's no doubt that pornography is available, and one of the greatest weapons we have to fight is the availability online. I was quite shocked to read that 79% of young people get unwanted exposure to pornography actually occurring in their home. And that's done at an average age of 11. And of course the issue is there are many people who are impacted for life by that bit of vision that they see. So underpinning all of this, of course, is the use of IT, but underpinning it all, I cannot remove myself from the fact that parenting is such an important factor. So ladies and gentlemen, the future of our community is in our hands, and it's days like today when we get the opportunity to attack on that angle from the abuse of young people and pornography. There's nothing more needs to be said after we saw that video on the screen, because that told the whole story. When you have to have 2 buses to take children to school, something is seriously wrong. Do not the parents need to be held to account for what's happening there? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming together this morning. I'm very proud to be here and to see so many good people who are prepared to put their shoulder to the wheel to make a difference. But once again, it's wonderful to have Jacinta here. And Letitia, thank you very much for the work that you've done. You don't lack courage, you don't lack will, you just certainly are doing this for your community. And can I just say on behalf of the community, thank you very much.